Hey everyone, today we're back with another gold making video. What I noticed throughout these last few months since TBC has been released is that a noticeable chunk of my gold earnings was coming not just from active gold farming, but also from things that I do every day. Those things may seem very small in comparison to other active gold making farms, but do them long enough and you'll notice that they add up quite a lot. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So today we're gonna go over all these fast daily gold making activities that you can also be doing too to make some serious gold in the long term. For something to be on this list, it needs to specifically be something that takes just about 10 to 15 minutes to do at most every day, or even less, you'll see. That way you can have something fun to look forward to doing every day you log into the game after or before work or school, and that will also make you some gold in the process. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first and probably most important thing to do every day is alchemy transmutes. We talked about this quite a lot on the channel, but in short, alchemy offers what's called transmutes. Those have a shared 20-hour cooldown, so if you make one, all of them go on cooldown, and they allow you to take one or multiple types of material and turn them into another type of material. For example, the most popular transmute is Transmute Primal Might, where you take one of a selection of primals in the game and turn them into Primal Might, one of the most sought after reagent for crafting. That being said, Primal Might, at least on my server, has been going down in profit quite a lot. Some days the profit margin on it is good enough, and some other days it's really not worth making. Thankfully, there's other transmutes. One awesome one to have is Primal Mana to Fire. You can expect somewhere around 14 gold of profit every day on my server at least for doing this transmute. By the way, the add-on I'm using to look at profit margins, both inside the profession and on the auction house, is TSM. You can check our gold making add-ons video where we explain how to set it up and get started with it. Obviously, if you're only using alchemy for transmutes and never making anything else with it, I would suggest you go transmute mastery. This will allow you to sometimes get 2 transmutes for crafting just one. And if you're gonna go transmute mastery, which costs a lot of primal might to turn in the quest for, I would suggest going potion mastery or elixir mastery first and then switch to transmute mastery by paying 150 gold at the trainer. It's way cheaper doing it that way. Moving on, we have tailoring cloths, probably up there in popularity along with alchemy transmutes. So once you reach 350 with tailoring, which you can reach as early as level 50 by the way, you can start making special cloths, those being shadow cloth, spell cloth, and primal moon cloth. And those are really good for making some decent gold every few days. Unlike alchemy transmutes though, which have a 20-hour cooldown, those have a 3-day 20-hour cooldown. However, the nice thing is that making one isn't gonna put the others on cooldown, so feel free to craft all of them every 4 days, as long as they turn profit of course. Currently on my server, spell cloth isn't worth making, but both shadow cloth and primal moon cloth are. However, this does fluctuate quite a lot. Sometimes primal moon cloth isn't worth making, but spell cloth is. So I would suggest again getting TSM to check whether those are worth making for your specific server. And one more thing to consider is that these are a bit more annoying to make, because you actually have to travel around Outland to make them. Shadow Cloth is made from the Altar of Shadows in Shadowmoon Valley at 5871. Spell Cloth requires you to be anywhere in Netherstorm, and Primal Moon Cloth has you go to a Moonwell. The closest one from Shattrath is at the Cenarian Thicket in Terakar Forest. But if you're a mage, you can also teleport to Darnassus to access one very quickly, like I do on my level 60 mage. Then, one more thing I suggest you do before you craft a cloth is specialize into a cloth by doing that cloth's given quest, which unlocks at level 60. I found that Shadow Cloth always turns the biggest profit, so I specialized in that. And thankfully, that quest is very simple to do at lower levels. You just need to head to the Altar of Shadows that you've been going to anyways to craft your Shadow Cloth, but again, check your profit margins using TSM and specialize into the cloth that has consistently the highest profit margins. That way you can maximize your earnings. So, we talked about alchemy transmutes, we talked about tailoring cloths, let's now move on to the dailies. And to start with, we have the fishing and cooking dailies. Looking at these at face value, it might not seem like it is really worth doing. You only get 7 gold per daily, but it's less about the raw gold you make and more about what's contained inside those boxes you get as a reward. So, for the fishing dailies, technically the only requirement to get them is to be level 70 and have fishing at level 1. There is a quest that only requires you to be level 1 fishing to complete. However, most of the quests will require you to be at least level 350, with one actually requiring 375 plus some baits to be applied to your fishing pole. But once you have these, those dailies are actually quite simple and only take 10 minutes at most to do every day. Then, the cooking dailies actually require you to be high level cooking. Not sure exactly how high, but just having level 1 doesn't work. It's a shame considering you can just buy the quest items from the auction house as they're just regular food. With the exception of one annoying quest that has you go to Netherstorm. I hate it when that quest is up. So as I said at the start, it's not much about the gold you get from the quests themselves, although that will add up over time, but it's much more about the items you get from the bags of fish and the crates of meat. I found, by the way, that the crates of meat are usually higher in value than the fish ones, at least on my server. So make sure to sell all these things on the auction house, or even better, cook them if you have the recipe that uses them and make even more gold. Moving on, we have Sha'tari Skyguard and Ogri'la dailies. Those are coming very soon in Phase 2, and we actually made guides about both these reputations, going in detail on how to get started with them and how to unlock all the dailies. Check them out to unlock everything. But anyways, the reason those are on this list is because they actually give quite a lot of gold per daily, 12 gold to be exact. There's 4 dailies for Sha'tari Skyguard, 4 dailies for Ogri'la, but 2 of them are shared. So that's 6 dailies for 72 gold per day, for just about half an hour of your time. Not too shabby. To help you out here, the dailies you're looking to do are called Fires over Skedis, Escape from Skedis, Relics Emanation, Banish More Demons, Bomb Them Again, and Wrangle More Aether Rays. There's 3 hubs to do those from. One is in Terakar Forest, near Skedis, and 2 hubs are in Blade's Edge Mountain, Ogri'la itself, and the Skyguard Outpost outside Ogri'la. Unlocking all the ones in Terakar Forest is actually quite simple, but unlocking all the ones in Blade's Edge Mountain is quite a long and tedious process to do, so I suggest you watch our videos for those reputations to figure this out. Then, the next dailies to do every day, once they are released, are the Isle of Keldanas dailies. Those will not be released anytime soon. They're coming with Phase 5, which is still a long time away, and we will be doing a video talking about how to do all of them once the time is due. But I still wanted to mention them because those were really good for gold making back in the day. In fact, people were still doing these well into Wrath of the Lich King, because of how much gold you could get from them for just an hour or 2 of your time. We're talking about well above 150 gold for doing all the dailies. That's comparable to some actual good gold farms nowadays. The best part about the Isle of Keldanas is that there's no pre-quests or anything. You just get to level 70, go there, do them, and raking the gold. So you can actually do it on each one of your characters to maximize your daily gold, which is what I used to do back in the day. And obviously, because this is raw gold, this isn't going to be affected by the economy and how well a certain item is selling at a certain point. You just go there, do the dailies, and get the same amount of gold every day. Finally, this isn't a daily thing, but rather a monthly thing to do. Consortium membership gems. If you reached at least friendly with Consortium, you may have noticed that this NPC in the ground will offer you a quest called Membership Benefits. This is a monthly quest that you can start receiving as low as friendly, and the higher your reputation standing is, the better the rewards you'll receive. So what do you get from this quest exactly? At Friendly, you get Gem Stuffed Envelope, Unmarked Bag of Gems at Honored, Bulging Sack of Gems at Revered, and Bag of Premium Gems at Exalted. As you can see from the loot tables I've just shown, the higher your reputation standing is, the higher is your chance of receiving better quality gems. At Exalted, with my server's economy currently, you can expect somewhere between 150 to 200 gold for opening the Premium Bag of Gems. Obviously, this isn't a daily but a monthly quest, so you will have to make a reminder to go and turn in this quest every month. The good news is you absolutely have to do nothing for this quest. You just pick it and turn it at the same NPC and you'll receive your reward. So you should really get to Exalted as soon as possible to get the most out of this. And as for all the things we mentioned here, if you have other characters at 70, make sure to do this quest on them too to maximize your profits. So, to give you a recap and also a nice route to do these things every day, first you log into Shatrat, pick the cooking and fishing dailies there and take the portal to your capital city, and buy the reagents to do the alchemy transmutes of your choice, and also to turn in the cooking daily if needed. Also buy the tailoring cloth reagents and then head back to Shatrat. From there, head to Skedis, do both the Sha'tari Skyguard dailies there, then fly to Blade's Edge Mountain. Remember to do your fishing or cooking dailies if they're on the way. In Blade's Edge Mountain, do the 2 dailies in Ogri'la and the 2 dailies at the Skyguard outpost outside Ogri'la. Then, if it's phase 5, head to the Isle of Keldonas and do the dailies there too. And finally, head back to Shatrat and turn in the fishing and cooking dailies. Also, obviously do the consortium monthly quest if the time is due. And that's how you make well over 300 gold every day from doing your daily activities that have no competition and just require a couple hours of your time every day. Do this for a couple weeks and you'll be able to afford your flying mount or anything else for the matter. If I forgot something here, which I probably did, please let us know in the comments to benefit everyone. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the Classic WoW Curios channel for more content like this. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye for now.